現地時間10月27日、メジャーリーグはいよいよワールドシリーズが開幕。テキサス・レンジャーズとアリゾナ・ダイヤモンドバックスが世界一をかけて対決します。また、その一方で、オフの FA 市場も話題に事欠きません。中でも大谷翔平の動向にはアメリカ中で多くのメディアが関心を寄せています。ニューヨークの地元テレビ番組では、大谷争奪戦について、いくら提示するべきかの議論が行われ、5億ドル、約752億円、無限大といった声が上がっていましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
Let's draw the line, Danny. Where would you draw the line on a contract for Shohei Ohtani?
Do I show my board now?
Yes, I think that's safe.
Okay, here's my board.
Ooh, nice handwriting.
Thank you.
Spicy number there.
Yeah.
10 years, 517. The 17, sorry, over my face. The 17 is for his number, and the 10 years is obviously because, I think we should be a little personal here. 10 years because I want him to be in the organization for the rest of his career. If you look at what he's done as a pitcher and a hitter, I don't really care that he's not going to pitch next year.
It's only 1 year.
It's only 1 year. He has been the best DH the last 3 seasons, and it's not even close. Alone, I'd give him more money than Aaron Judge got for his contract. And then you look at kind of what did Garrett Cole get, what did Trey Turner get, right, in those numbers, and you average it together. I think he deserves $500 million, and I'm going to make it personal with the 17, and I want to keep him forever.
Nice touch.
Yeah,
nice
that is a very nice touch, and that will be meaningful too, seriously, to him. Here's my answer, if it's allowed. That's infinity.
Oh,
because it's the math symbol, the lazy 8 that they call it. And look, I would go to any lengths to get this guy because he is such a massive difference maker. And look, I mean, it's only money. This isn't sacrificing the precious prospects. So look, if I have to put a number on it, go to the bottom part, 8 for 500. You know, that would be where I would go to, and then probably beyond. But my real answer is infinity.
Interesting.
Infinity and beyond.
I didn't
Buzz
know
Lightyear
that was.
there,
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know that was the case. I am going to go 10 years, 500 million. And look,
What does that say?
King Cohen. Look, that's a little crown right there. That's a crown. King Cohen. Okay. Hi, Mom. 10 years, 500 million. Look, I like that you went over the 500 million. I don't know if I could go that far. As much as I want
but
King Cohen.
But Cohen can.
I know,
and he will if he thinks that that's going to send him over the edge. He will.
500 million is a lot.
When he comes back and pitches again in 25, he's worth the 500 plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's worth 50 million a year, no doubt about it.
Well,
so
Verlander, he gave Verlander and Scherzer $43 million a year. They don't hit 40 bombs a year, too.
Right, but think about what we're talking about. For a guy who's already out for next year pitching, look, I respect it, Dave. I give you credit. You went bolder than I would in that spot. I just feel like, me personally, I have to draw the line at 500 million. But, hey, I hope they get him.
You're not getting Ohtani, I am.
No, yeah, that's right. And plus, we could give him pizza in New York, which is always a selling point.
また、エンゼルス番記者で大谷入団から1460日密着取材著者のジェフ・フレッチャー氏が、アメリカの番組に出演し、大谷がエンゼルスで残した功績を称えていましたので、こちらも日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
So Jeff, you have a book out called Showtime, which is all about Shohei Ohtani. Tell us a little bit about it for those who haven't read it just yet, and then also, how did you get started or wanted to write the novel?
Well, it is basically the story of Shohei Ohtani's baseball career, starting when he was in Japan, growing up in high school, playing for the fighters in Japan for 5 years, and then the whole process of coming to the major leagues and picking the Angels, and then the ups and downs of his first few years with the Angels, which a lot of people may have forgotten about because, you know, they knew that he showed up and he was great, and then he sort of disappeared for a little while because he was hurt and inconsistent. And then all of a sudden, in the 4th year, he was great again. But there was a lot that happened in years 1, 2, 3 that got him to year 4. And hopefully this book, you know, catches everybody up on all that missed all that. And the paperback version now has an update on year 5, which is 2022, and the WBC. So anybody who just wants to sort of know how Shohei Ohtani got to be what he is, this is definitely the book they should read. And certainly there's a good chance he's going to be on another team coming up next year. So hopefully the fans of that team, whatever team it is, will want to pick up the book to sort of get caught up.
Okay. Now, obviously you said the book paperback version ends at the 2022 season. Is there going to be another update to the book that includes this previously ended season of 2023?
Not right now. There's a Japanese version I'm working on right now that will go all the way through, his signing with the new team. So that's, not going to be available till next year. But as far as the English version goes, the most updated version is through the WBC.
Okay, perfect. Was it a lot of fun, like talking with Shohei, obviously, and kind of getting to know him more and learning about his background and stuff, or was it just kind of like, man, this is a lot of work?
Well, it was definitely fun. It was a good experience to write a book, and he's a great subject. I didn't really get to know him, quote unquote, that well because he doesn't really sit down and do, really reflective interviews. It's pretty much you talk to him when he's talking about the games that he's played in or that kind of thing. So most of what you learn about him is from other people that you talk to about him. So, I do feel like I know more about him than 99% of other people, but that's still not nearly as much as I would like to know about him.
Okay. So you said you've been covering the Angels for quite some time now. What is it like kind of covering two maybe like the best kind of players in the game of baseball right now in Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani?
I mean, it's pretty incredible. I try not to take it for granted. They're two very different players. Ohtani has obviously done something that we haven't seen anybody do. And I would even argue that he's doing something that Babe Ruth didn't even do. Because Babe Ruth didn't even want to be a two-way player. It was sort of like an accident that he was a pitcher, and then he realized he could hit, and then he didn't want to pitch anymore. And there were a couple of years where he was in transition where he did both, but that was sort of just a part of getting from A to B, not really the planned destination as it is with Ohtani. So I would say that what Ohtani's done is not like anything, and it's really incredible.
また、アメリカのポッドキャスト番組ベースボールオンファンタスティックビューでは、メジャーリーグベースボールのアナリストを務めるティム・クルクジャン氏がベーブ・ルースと大谷を比較し、大谷の活躍について
MLB 史上最も注目すべき選手だ
と最大の賛辞を送っていましたので、こちらもご紹介していきます。
Okay. With you covering the game and you've seen obviously some of the greatest talents come through in more obviously modern time. Shohei Ohtani. I mean, we've seen variations of guys that are elite pitchers, elite hitters, but to see what he's doing, obviously he's going through his second Tommy John now, but seeing Shohei Ohtani be able to cover him, how does that work for you as a journalist that's covered this game so long? And we always say we may not ever see a Babe Ruth type, right? But now we're seeing that in the flesh. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I can't call him the greatest player of all time yet, because Babe Ruth is the greatest hitter ever and still has more shutouts than Pedro Martinez. Think about that for a second. But Shohei is the most remarkable player that I've ever seen. That's the adjective you have to use, because Babe Ruth didn't throw this hard. Babe Ruth didn't run quite like this. Babe Ruth didn't hit the ball as far as Shohei does. So, to me, he's the most remarkable player I've ever seen. To do what he's doing in this era is absolutely breathtaking.
これからも大谷の活躍から目が離せません。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。